everybody, so today we're making lamb minced rice for you. Very simple dish and takes hardly an hour and a half to make. So for that we need 2 medium-sized onions sliced. Then we have here a whole bunch of garlic which we've sliced up, and then we've got like 3 to 4 inches of ginger which we've shredded, minced through. Then we have, I used here tin tomatoes, you can use fresh, but this is roughly 4 peeled tin tomatoes. Then we have half a kg of minced lamb, and we've got the spices here, which is like 2 tablespoons of salt, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons of red chili. I use a lot because I like it a bit spicy, but you can. So we have some garam masala powder, which is roughly 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 bay leaf, 2 sticks of cinnamon, 5 to 6 cloves. Then we've got some peppercorns, which are roughly black peppers. It's roughly around 10 to 12, and 2 big lychees, the big ones, not the small ones. Then we've got a rice soaking here, and it's roughly 2.5 glasses. Soaked for like an hour. Then we've got half a kilo of this is lamb mince, and then we've got some potatoes cut in cubes, roughly 4 to 5. So now we can start. Here we're adding in some oil. We've got roughly a cup of oil here because for the rice we need a lot of oil. So let this sizzle through. Once we've done this, we're going to add in, once the oil is a bit hot, we're going to add in our onions. So here we have our onions frying away. So we need to fry them until they're nicely browned. We're going to add the garlic now. Let these two go brown nicely. So this is like the basis of our sauce for the rice. I'll tell you how it comes all together. But so now let's fry off this and let them brown. Onions are nicely browning. For this we're going to add in the ginger. Coming along nicely. We'll be sizzling a lot, so be careful. And then we're going to add in tomatoes. And then the spices. Well, what we're going to add right now is just the salt, the turmeric, and the chili powder. That'll hold it. We're going to give it a good old stir, and then we're going to cook it in the pressure cooker. Add in the water, added in a couple of glasses of water, and now we're going to cook it in the pressure cooker for at least like 15-20 minutes for all the onions and the tomatoes to become nice and soft for the base of our sauce. We pressured the masala, we open it up, and then we start mashing it up. It's just so that we don't have any lumps in the masala when we're cooking. We don't want any big onions or tomatoes coming into our mouths, obviously. So it looks pretty good. Now we're going to add in our minced meat. So it goes through. Slowly, just slip it in. Oops, too much noise. So yeah, we start cooking the mince, and we have to like stir it up and let it cook out and brown off until it's nice and browned up. So our mince meat has been stirring away. We've been cooking it for almost 15 minutes now. It's nicely browned up. To this we're going to add in our coriander and the zira powder. Sorry, not the zira, the garam masala. So coriander powder and garam masala. And the bay leaf. So this will cook away, and after that we're going to add in the other spices, which are the peppers, black peppers, the cinnamon stick and the moti elaichi. So now we're going to add in the potatoes to our minced meat. Brown these for like roughly 5 to 10 minutes, and once this is nicely mixed in with the spices, we'll transfer our rice as well. So let these simmer away for like 5 to 10 minutes, stirring as you go along. Here we have the mince and the potatoes. Transferred it to a bigger pan because we need a lot of space to cook the rice in. So as we've got 2.5 glasses of rice soaked, to this we're going to add in 5 glasses of water, because on my rice, the ones that I use, they roughly take half of the quantity on top. So if we've got 2.5 glasses of rice soaked, then you'll need 5 glasses of water. For the same quantity that you've used to measure the rice in, you use the same measurements to measure the water. But it depends. I mean, you can use eyeball it. I mean, if it's like the rice is too sticky, then you just need like a little bit less. So we need it a bit nice and separated. So we'll use roughly 5 glasses to 2.5 glasses of. Now add it in the water, and while it comes to a nice gentle simmer and it'll boil up, in the meantime the potatoes will also cook through. So let's let this boil up, and then we'll add in. So now we're going to add in our rice, because the mixture is boiling up, simmering nicely. So we're adding in the rice, and let's cook this through. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let the rice cook in with the potatoes in the mix lamb till the water is nicely soaked and it just absorbs all the water through. So let this cook for another 10 minutes. As you can see, the water is quite reduced, even though we still have a little bit left in there. And we can see the rice cooking nicely. So we need it to cook out a little bit more before we turn the heat down. And to this we're going to add in the cumin seeds that we haven't added in. So we add in the cumin seeds. And then we're going to stir it through. So once the water is reduced, you can see now, we can see the rice coming through, and we know that the rice has almost cooked through nicely, so it's nice and soft. What we're going to do is add in, I've cut up a couple of chilies, left 2 separate, and then like 3 big chilies and a couple of small ones. So we're going to add that in. And the process is called, then we're going to reduce the flame to the lowest. Underneath we're going to put a skillet pan. We're going to put the skillet pan underneath like this. So this is our skillet pan underneath, and then we're just going to reduce the heat, put the lid on, and it's going to, well, we add like a wet towel as well on top. This is just to steam, give this, let the rice cook in steam. So we'll cover it up, put it up in a wet cloth, and put a skillet pan underneath. And this process is just like to steam the rice and let it cook through. And we leave this for 10 minutes, and then the rice becomes nice and fluffy, and it absorbs all the moisture and the liquid through. This is the end product. Rice is ready, and you've got nice, yummy, mouth-watering minced lamb curry rice.